Over the next 40 years, I'd like to finish what we started at Direct Recruiters, keep growing the company, keep adding partners, and keep building something that we could be proud of.
Over the next 40 years, I'd like to retire here in Cleveland and like to see my children have the opportunity to have the same kind of successes that I've had.
I'd like to see the world, experience different cultures, experience what different people do, and I've never been out of the country before, and it's something I always look forward to being able to do. So hopefully over the next 40 years, I have lots of time to travel.
I would like to invest in several businesses, be a significant part in Cleveland's economic renaissance, and be able to touch several lives through my philanthropic and business efforts. And on personal fronts, I'm definitely looking forward to growing gold with my wife Gauri over the next 40 years.
To continue to do the things I've done in business and really make a mark, I'd like to do more charities. Definitely be a coach for my son as he's growing up in different sporting arenas, and really just be a wonderful father and husband.
Over the next 40 years, I'd like to raise two nice, respectful, and successful girls. I have two little girls, they're 4 and 6 right now. And I'd like to see them grow up and be happy people.
Over the next 40 years, I would just like to continue to learn, have wonderful adventures, see all the people in my life doing wonderful things, including my children graduating from college and having careers and families of their own, and hopefully at that point retiring and just enjoying some downtime.
Over the next 40 years, I would like to be a role model for my daughter. Since I was so lucky to have strong role models in my life, I want 40 years from now, my daughter to look back and say she attributes her success for having a strong role model in her own mother.
In the next 40 years, I would truly like to make a material difference in the world for the better and leave my mark. That is really the overarching goal that drives me and drives what I'm trying to accomplish with my company and in life.
Over the next 40 years, I'd like to be a part of building multiple innovative companies, have had sold or experienced some big wins, enjoy my family and friends, and hopefully retire pretty early.
Over the next 40 years, I'd like to continue to grow in my career and help others to do the same, and live fully with my family, love them, travel with them, and enjoy them.
Over the next 40 years, I first and foremost want to be a great parent and someday coach my kids' soccer teams. And I would also like to play an integral role in what makes Northeast Ohio a great place for tech startups and larger tech companies alike.
Over the next 40 years, I would love to put Cleveland on the map. Together, working alongside my brother, we want to turn Cleveland into an advertising mecca. And really ride the momentum of the recent creative renaissance and build that up tenfold over the next 40 years.
Over the next 40 years, I would like to be considered a great husband, a great father, brother, son, uncle. I think it's so easy to be passionate and focused on your career, and it's a lot more challenging to keep your priorities with the good people that are in your life.
Over the next 40 years, I'd like to obviously continue raising my children, seeing them off to wonderful careers in life. I'd like to continue the work I've started in the community and playing a bigger role in the future of Cleveland.
I'd like to see my family, my kids grow up and become as successful as hopefully I can be.
Over the next 40 years, I'd like to really be a great father, a great husband. I definitely want to, continue on a path in my professional life. But when I look back 40 years from now, I really want to be known as that great family man, the great father, the great husband.